Hello, world. Good evening. Welcome to the late night show with Frankie slash late night show with Erasmo Castro. Um, are we looking at Brownsville this evening? We'll be talking about PUB. I think that's a an issue that has been coming up as of late. Albert, if you go to the PUB's Facebook page, they've been posting a lot, and the community is not too proud of what they're posting. I am getting a little bit ahead of myself, but I just wanted to let you know a little preview of what is going on. Good evening, Joe. How's it going? It's been a while. I hope you're doing well. Hopefully we can catch up soon. It sure has been a while. Thank you so much for your friendship. It's always good to hear from you, my man. Miss you, and hopefully we'll get to hang out soon. Good evening, Ramona. Hello, everybody from this part of yonder. Happy Wednesday. A lot has been going on within the city of Brownsville. A lot of teachers, students right now are enjoying their spring break vacation. The closer we get to the end of the year, this time is always a good time to recharge the batteries. I know the teachers are already on that, last stretch of the final year. Lots to look forward to. I have my cousin Michael McHale, that's going to be graduating from veterans. So let's enjoy these last 2-3 months that we have moving forward. Um, for him as a senior, I could just imagine, it's all coming to an end. But life begins, and life is very beautiful. So thank you everybody for your time and for hanging out. I myself find myself at South Padre Island. It's funny because the older I get, the more grumpier I am, and I'm already a grumpy person. Um, Spring break's not fun, especially being out here trying to enjoy oneself. Yesterday. I had uh, the alarm go off for the building, and I thought, oh God, what could this be? Um, but nonetheless, when I was that age, I did enjoy myself. But that's the way it goes. I'm sure one of these days those spring breakers will be in my shoes, um, and they'll probably feel the same, um, the way I feel right now. Nonetheless, Erasmo Castro should be on momentarily. I want to jump right into the topic of discussion that we have for you this evening. I have again, get off Erasmo's page and go to Frankie Olivo. Go to my page, like, share, and if you're not subscribed to the page, make sure you do so. Um, Hi, Juan Montes, and special shouts out to Eric Cabrera. Eric Cabrera says, "You're too old to be spring breaking out there." Actually, I'm not spring breaking. I'm just enjoying my time by the water. It is very, very relaxing. I want to get um, into the crux of today's discussion, and we started off today's show. Alberto brought up, what are we going to talk about? Are we going to look at Brownsville? And one of the topics that has been um, on the forefront and the most important issue that we've been dealing with ever since that audit report came out has been and will continue to be PUB. A quick recap, and I don't want to go down memory lane, but there is this discussion of only $29 million being returned to the city of Brownsville, and let's not forget that over 180+ million, not including interest, was taken from the citizens of Brownsville for the past 10 or 12 years. Um, Good evening, Erasmo. What's your take on the PUB issue that we've all been dealing with?
Well, can you hear me, Frankie? Yes.
I honestly,
And then
you're good.
you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. Let me say one of the things that I think that is really very, very telling. And you and I had a conversation about this earlier today. Why is John Cowan now responding to the issues in regards to something that he should have been very, very vocal about, Frankie, uh, years ago? You know, why does it, and again, to anyone and everyone out there, take into consideration, why does it have to take Erasmo Castro giving a call out and say, hey, y'all haven't done nada? For him to use the same words and try and say, well, let me respond to the nada. You should have responded to the nada 4, 3, 2, 1 year ago, Frankie. Why is it now that he is seeking the office of mayor of the city of Brownsville? Why is it now that he's coming out with his plan to deal with the issues with PUB? And let me say, I think, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, I think he got a lot of backlash from a lot of individuals in regards to going like, where were you, bro? What have you done? And I think part of the problem, Frankie, is that we expect a little bit more from our elected officials, bro. We expect them to be a little bit more vocal in regards to those things that affect us as a community. Why was John Cowan and Jessica Tetreault literally mute on everything that has been going on with the Tenasca issue, man? Why is it now that they're running for office that John wants to put on his signs like, my number one priority is PUB and lowering your rates? Well, why wasn't he active on this? All this time that he has been in the position, Frankie, that he has had direct influence on receiving information from PUB, the PUB board, and actually the city attorney. And we've heard nothing from them until now. And they expect us to believe that they're going to be fighting for the citizens of Brownsville if elected to a position that is equal to, Frankie, equal to a city commissioner's position. Because the city of Brownsville's mayor position, Frankie, is parallel to a city commissioner's position. It's parallel. It's equal in power, Frankie. Equal in power. So he is trying to let the people of Brownsville believe that if placed in the position of mayor, now he's going to be able to take action. That is a lie. It is false, and it is a great deception. And it compares to the great deceptions that we've had with everything that has come out with Tenasca, PUB. And why anyone would think that it's going to get any better if we get a John Cowan or a Jessica Tetreault as mayor of the city of Brownsville really baffles my mind. Boggles my mind.
One thing that caught me by surprise at Osmo was that post, and he did post yesterday of his plan of what he will do once if he's elected to mayor. And one is eliminate wasteful spending, 2, eliminate unnecessary fees, work to ensure the lowest possible rate, and to provide credit back to the citizens of Brownsville. And you're absolutely right. You know, it's campaign season. We have one candidate that has been in office for 12 years. And that individual, you know, she was part of increasing the rates for the citizens of Brownsville. In regards to Commissioner Cowan, what bothers me is that he says that he wants to help fix this mess, as he stated in his post. One thing that bothers me at Osmo is that he had a chance to do so. He may not have been there as long as Commissioner Tetreault. You know, her tenure is 12 years. What bothers me is that he had a chance to take action. Now, he does not directly have an influence per se on John Bruzniak. As we all know, that falls on the PUB board. Now, could he have been more vocal? Could he have said, you know what? We need to look further into this. I don't agree with simply y'all giving him a parachute to retire. What bothers me at Osmo is that he had a chance to take action when there was on the agenda to replace either Sandra Langley or Sandra Science, one or both. He had a chance to do so. And what did he say? I'm not going to. Erasmo, very, very quickly, you're a business owner, aren't you?
Yeah.
I want to use this analogy, and I want your community to see this. If you, as a business owner, Erasmo, if you appointed somebody to run your business and they either stole from you, they were not effective in managing your business, would you give them more time? And let's say, Erasmo, that it was hundreds of dollars that they lost, that you entrusted this individual to seek what's in the best interest for you, your business, and your brand. What would happen at Osmo if that employee of yours mismanaged money? What if that employee comes out in an audit report that they weren't truthful to you and they misled you? Would you give them more time? Or would you say, you know what? You're fired. Why? Because you did not do what you were entrusted to do. And that is what I have in regards to John Cowan. What is his answer? Shouldn't we hold these individuals who are on these boards accountable? Again, it's unfortunate that we cannot elect the PUB board commissioners. They are appointed by the city commission. Now, they are entrusted with doing what's in the best interest for the community. Now, for him to say that he's going to vote no in not replacing Sandra Sines, he's pretty much saying they did nothing wrong. So who takes the blame for it? John Bruzniak obviously doesn't. The PUB board doesn't. So Mr. Cowan, by him saying that he is not going to take action, what makes us believe that if we do give him a chance to become mayor, he is going to pull through with his promises? And again, the number should not be 29 million at Osmo. That number should be 180. And it's a slap in the face to the community to say, I'm going to lower your PUB rate. I'm going to take action. As we know, he had a chance to take action at Osmo, and he didn't.
Well, you're on point. And let me say, if we could, let's go through each and every one of his
points in regards to his plan for the city of Brownsville, if we can. And his first one that you mentioned was eliminate wasteful spending through the budget process.
Do you want me to blow it up?
Okay. If you want, eliminate wasteful spending through the budget process was the number one point that he stated that was going to be his number one priority. Very simple.
They gave Bruzniak, Frankie,
2 months vacation on our dime. I would consider that
wasteful spending. Because going back into your analogy, Frankie, if I found out that Ruby
at my office
is pocketing the money
that should be going to me, you better believe, Frankie, she's out that same second, without a doubt. And anyone out there that is a business owner in the city of Brownsville, guys, if anyone takes $1 from you, you're not going to give them a second chance to take another $1 from you. You're going to immediately separate them from the money mill and not have them back. Eliminate wasteful spending through budget process.
They gave this guy 2 months, Frankie,
of a paid vacation, knowing.
Because according to him, he requested the audit. Now, John Cowan is out there taking credit for bringing about the audit.
The truth of the matter, Frankie, is it was the people of Brownsville who put enough pressure on the city commission and the city and PUB in order to have this audit brought into light. And we still had city commissioners vote against it, Frankie.
But we've got the audit now.
And after we've got the audit that the city commission asked for,
because of the pressure that was placed by Erasmo Castro, Juan Montoya,
even Bobby Whiteman out there pushing for there to be accountability,
we finally get the audit.
and they take no action, Frankie. They take no action because Brugiak gets a cushy 2-month vacation.
And then at the end of that 2-month vacation, Frankie, he comes back and decides that he wants to
retire, taking with him a golden parachute and the opportunity to continue to bleed the city dry, Frankie, through working contract work, consulting work for PUB. So there is no elimination of wasteful spending. I would completely
dare to say that wasteful spending has increased
since they've taken action
in regards to
removing Brugiak from the equation and bringing on a new CEO. The second step is eliminate unnecessary fees on our bills. Frankie, that is a blatant lie.
We put up the charts, Frankie, where that these charts that were produced by PUB that clearly show that they are planning to increase
our resaca fees, Frankie. Our resaca fees. Susan Rubalcaba came out on our show, I think it was 2 nights ago or 3-4 nights ago, Frankie, and she showed the people of Brownsville where this PUB board, Frankie, and this city commission were trying to do the bullcrap thing on us again by supposedly, Frankie, reducing our electricity rates by 22%, but increasing our water
by 16, 18%, Frankie. That is not a savings on the people of Brownsville.
It is just shuffling the charge, Frankie, because besides the 16 to 18% in water increase, we're getting a resaca fee increase. So that amounts to absolutely nothing, Frankie. It is political talk. It is talk that they use in order to hide the little pea that's under the shelves. Well, all of a sudden, we saved you 22%, but we screwed you with the water and we screwed you with the resaca fees. And let me tell you, folks, if John Cowan and Jessica Tetroe get elected as mayor of the city of Brownsville, you better believe that there's going to be a lot of other little extras that are being charged to your bill. So that 22% is going to be nothing. What we needed, Frankie,
was
a city commission
that was going to lower our rates completely across the board by 36%.
36%, which is what they took from us, which is what they stole from us. Work to ensure the lowest possible rates. You've been on there for 4 years, John.
Jessica Tetroe, as you mentioned, Frankie, she's been on there for 12 years, Frankie.
She and John Cowan have voted every single rate increase that has been placed before them
while they've been serving on the city commission. So, citizens of Brownsville, what is to make you think
that if they are elected mayor of the city of Brownsville, they're going to actually work for you and not for themselves, and not for John Brugiak, and not for PUB.
And one thing, Erasmo, if I may interject very quickly, when he says careful planning and smart contracts to lock in a long-term cost, we've heard from Mayor Mendez, we've heard from others during shortly after the audit report came out, was we have no control over this. We can't dictate what the kilowatts, what the charge per kilowatt is. So how could he say, and that's to my understanding, that's what I took from, shortly after this audit report came out. That was my understanding. What they said was, oh, well, we can't do anything about it. The rates are going up all throughout Texas, all throughout the United States. Can we actually lock in long-term costs? I don't think that's accurate. And again, going back to the resaca fee, it seems as if they just increased the fees. They say that they're not going to tax you, but then they're going to increase your fees. It's just a way of playing with words, Erasmo. And it seems as if every point that you have discussed from 1 through 3 is not accurate.
Well, that's what's unfortunate, Frankie. It's unfortunate because we get the double talk, we get the politician talk, and we should be
done and over with the politics talk. Just tell it, give us the facts. And I'm sorry. And John could go out there and say, well, I've done a lot.
In regards to PUB, the fact of the matter is that people in the city of Brownsville still got screwed, will continue to get screwed, and not a dime of the $179 million that they took from us, Frankie,
is going to be returned.
Not a dime. And look, Frankie,
you saw the post.
And I think a lot of people in the city of Brownsville saw the post.
They took, Frankie, $179 million of your dollars. Let's put it in layman terms. Frankie,
I took $180
from you.
and I said, Frankie, I'm
going to buy you a big old Senna.
And all of a sudden I come back and say, Frankie, you know what? The Senna went bust, bro. Not going to be a Senna, Frankie. Here's $30. What are you going to say?
Where's the rest?
Bitch better have my money.
And John Cowan and Jessica and John Cowan put it up there on that post that he did. Return $29 million. Am I mistaken?
No. Bulletin 4.
Return for it. Provide credit to the ratepayers for the funds raised for their failed national project. We are actively working to returning how much, Frankie?
Only 29.
Bitch better have my money, Frankie.
Bitch better have my money.
They didn't take, Frankie, 29 million of our dollars.
How much did they take?
180.
179, 180 million of our dollars. Frankie, how much would you want back to the community of Brownsville?
180 plus interest.
Yes. And you know what? I'm at that point, Frankie. And, I came out and said, you know what?
What they should give us back is 179, 180 million plus interest. But you know what? I'm a gracious guy, Frankie. I'll meet you halfway, bro. Give us back our $179 million. But these pieces of crap, John Cowan and Jessica Detroit, these pieces of crap, they want to give you pennies on the dollar. And he is content with saying, we're working hard to give you a credit, Frankie, a credit for $29 million. So, John Cowan, I appreciate the fact that you responded to my
live show this morning by saying the nada word.
John Cowan, commit to giving us back $179 million, not $29 million.
Because bitch better have my money.
It seems as if they've already given up on the extra 150. Like, there's no way. And we know it's gone, but if this would have happened to them personally, they would be screaming bloody murder. And that's the sentiment that many of the constituents, the residents of Brownsville, that's the same sentiment that we all have. And Erasmo, I know you've been posting on every PUB post, and it really is a slap in the face because they say, oh, we're going to give scholarships of $1,000. And again, scholarships to the kids is a beautiful thing. We should always focus on the kids giving back. But it seems as if they're trying to put lipstick on the pig they're trying to mask something and say, hey, look, we're doing great things by giving back to the community. But in the big picture, looking at it, it's just peanuts, it's just pennies on the dollar. It's unfortunate that John Cowan had a chance to take action and really show the city of Brownsville and say, you know what? I mean business. We need to hold these people accountable. The ones in charge of PUB, the ones who have control over John Brusniak, was the board. And the board, I forget, a candidate, I forget what's his name. He said, "Oh, I feel incompetent after the PUB audit report came out. I should have done better." Well, our commissioners should do better. They should hold these people accountable. But again, they're all in that same circle. It doesn't benefit them to go hard on someone and say, this is the person at fault. It seems as if no one, and as of right now, no one is taking the fall. The lucky one was Brusniak. We all thought, after the 2 months of suspension, he's gonna get fired. They're gonna pursue criminal charges, or they're gonna request for the district attorney. They're gonna request the feds to take a closer look at this. But what did they do? Thank you for your service. Thank you for the 20 plus years. Sayonara. We wish you the best. Have a great life at the island. That's a slap in the face to the citizens.
Well, 100%, Frankie. And look, one of the things that John Cowan went out there and again, I'm glad that he's finally responding, to some questions. But people need to understand.
He goes out there and states that,
hey,
there's an investigation going on. More like,
bitch. Okay. Where? What? You're telling me that there's an investigation going on and you still gave Brusniak a golden parachute? You still gave him a 2-month vacation on our dime? A paid vacation, Frankie, because that piece of crap didn't go those 2 months without a paycheck, Frankie. How many people in the city of Brownsville went months without electricity, Frankie?
Because of what they did by taking the basic resources that should have gone to the people of Brownsville,
pocketing the money, giving it to the compadres, those individuals that did that contract labor, giving it to the attorneys, bro. But now, John says, well, we're going to investigate and hold accountable anyone that did any wrongdoing.
Bitch, we already know who did the wrongdoing. It's in the report, Frankie. It's in the audit. It calls out Martinez. Guess who else it calls out, Frankie? It calls out Brusniak, bro. And the management team at PUB.
And the city commissioners and the PUB board members. That's what the audit calls out. Frankie, correct me if I'm wrong. I have yet to see one indictment, Frankie. One. Am I wrong? One indictment. Has anyone gone to jail? Has anyone had charges placed against them for taking what was not theirs? Anyone? So, John, shut the hell up, bro.
Your words are bullcrap because they're political words that are placed in order to appease the individuals that are questioning you. But you've got individuals that are questioning your participation in this whole mess, and then you opt to block them off Facebook. You're doing the Jessica Tetreault thing.
Because y'all are tied into the same crap. Because you know, John Cowan, you know, Jessica Tetreault, that you voted for these increases. You hid behind the curtain.
You let John Brusniak screw us over. You let Tony Martinez screw the people of Brownsville over. Enough is enough.
People are tired of the lies. People are tired of the political talk, the double talk. Just tell us the truth. Tell us the truth. Frankie, we are not going to get a dime back. Not a dime. Because if you go back into his statement, Frankie,
he goes out there and says,
provide a check back to the people of Brownsville? Is that what he says? No. he says provide a credit to the people of Brownsville. Is anyone watching tonight wanting to trust the individuals that a la escondida try to take your money with providing you with your money back? What is this credit bullcrap? I don't want a damn credit. I want my damn money back.
You did not produce for me that which you promised to produce. Give me back my money. So John Cowan
Is promising to the citizens of Brownsville a credit back. To my friends out there, and to anybody else that is going to watch it,
later on today,
Erasmo Castro promises you
your freaking money back.
because they stole,
They took.
they have to give it back. I don't give a damn, Frankie, if they have to sell those damn buildings, Frankie. I don't give a damn if they have to sell off whatever properties Tenasca bought, Frankie, in order to produce this energy. I don't care what they have to do. Erasmo Castro promises the people of Brownsville, you vote Erasmo Castro for mayor of the city of Brownsville, Erasmo Castro will guarantee you get your money back. Because John Cowan is offering you a credit and only $1. And that's bullcrap. It doesn't make sense to me, Frankie, and I hope, Frankie, that it doesn't make sense to most people here in the city of Brownsville. You took 179. I want back 179. Doesn't that make sense, Frankie?
You know, any logical person would say yes, but what trips me out is that they want to give, let's say, $30 million back. When you really quantify that and put it under a microscope, that equates to what, a couple bucks to each resident. You think the people, and again, if we go back 10, 12, 13 years of the increase, it probably equates to, let's say, $1,000 or probably a couple $1,000. And they want to give us back $30, $20, $50 credit. It doesn't work that way. You know, it's sad to say that this individual is riding high, and his number one point for his number one platform for running for the city of mayor for the city of Brownsville is to lower your rate. But then he doesn't want to take action. He only wants to give you back $30 million. It sounds like an oxymoron. I want to lower down your rates, but then I'm not taking action. I did not vote to take off the PUB board the individual that was supposed to have oversight and was supposed to take action when needed. It seems as if nothing's going to happen. I have no faith in any of these candidates because they all are part of the same group that did this stealing.
Well, look, and Kayla is correct. Tino Villarreal
was the first individual actually
to take a little bit of responsibility, Frankie. Tino Villarreal came out on a podcast, on a show, Manny Behind the Mic, and when it asked the question in regards to, what do you feel about being on the PUB board?
Well, they were pocketing the money that from the people of Brownsville.
And Tino Villarreal made mention,
incompetent.
And he said this, and again, I appreciate the statement. It is probably one of the most truthful statements that has come from their side. And I guarantee you, Frankie, that John Cowan wishes that Tino Villarreal had not made mention of that statement, because it's one of the statements that I will bring up in the forums.
It's pretty damning.
It's damning, bro.
Because Tino Villarreal states that he was incompetent. His words.
He should have asked more questions. He should have asked for more information. He should have not approved. He should have not. What ultimately was going to harm and hurt the people of Brownsville.
Because of their actions, Frankie.
And in Tino Villarreal's case, because of his inactions. They screwed the people of Brownsville. They screwed the people of Brownsville. Someone has to pay for that, Frankie. But now they want to say, well, now we're going to be on top of things. Now we're going to do the right thing. We didn't back then, but now
we're going to do what's right for the citizens of Brownsville.
A little bit too late. If John Cowan was truthful, he would have at least stated, Frankie, I screwed up. I should have paid attention. Instead of making myself rich off of the resources of Brownsville, I should have been overseeing and taking care of the people that I am responsible for speaking out for. But they didn't. They were incompetent. They were fools. We cannot afford another 4 years of individuals getting fooled, Frankie. And the problem, look, Frankie, it's a systematic problem. They are fooled, Frankie, because they believe and they trust
the individuals that they have placed on these boards and committees, Frankie. But the people that they place on these boards and committees are only going to come back and tell them what they want to hear. Because
todos se tapan con la misma cobija.
And as long as everything is peachy keen,
we get screwed. We don't have the resources. And they become incompetent.
It's obvious, Erasmo, that, and again, I'm gonna repeat very quickly. He says, as your mayor, I will become an ex officio voting member of PUB board representing the city. I will ensure efficiency in the yearly PUB budget and eliminate wasteful spending, running a more efficient and effective utility with lowering your bill. Why did he do that as a commissioner? If he wasn't vocal then, what makes us believe that he's going to be vocal now? Give me this opportunity, citizens of Brownsville. I didn't make a peep about them taking your money. After the audit report came out, I did not say, you know what, we need to get to the bottom of this. After the audit report came out, I didn't say, I'm going to take action against those that were put in charge and did nothing. Why should we give an individual an opportunity when he had the chance and he did nothing?
Frankie, I challenge anyone
on here tonight, and I challenge anyone that is supporting John Cowan. I challenge you. Show me one bit, Frankie, just one declaration, one statement, Frankie, that he had made against an asset. Just one, Frankie. Against PUB, one. I challenge anyone, Frankie. And look, I challenge anyone. One statement from Jessica Tetro. Guys, please, one statement from Jessica Tetro against the rate increases, PUB to NASCA. One. Before all this mess got blown up. One. And I will drop off out of this race. Show me one. And I have no plans of getting out of this race. Because there is none, Frankie. Just one. They said nothing. And what's worse, Frankie, they did nothing to help the people of Brownsville. And folks, whilst they were out there charging a 36% increase, Frankie, on our grandparents, on our parents, on our disabled, on the poorest of the poor. They were out there having steak and lobster at different events that were sponsored by PUB. Because as it is stated in the audit report, Frankie, they were wined and dined, the wheels were greased. They were having a heck of a time while we got screwed. And that's unfortunate. So, people of Brownsville, do you really want to trust an individual or two individuals
that were a part of screwing you, your parents, the weakest amongst us over?
or do you want to take a chance on someone who has been calling out the corruption, speaking against Tenasca for the past 10 years,
Only to be proven, unfortunately,
only to be proven so very right while they were doing so very wrong? Because now Cowan promises to do something about it. Frankie, he is sitting on the commission right now and has been sitting on the commission for the past 4 years. He did nothing
nothing.
to ease the pain of our people.
And you said this previously, him being a commissioner and him wanting now to be a mayor, the way our municipal government is run, it is a city manager led government. The mayor is just one of, he's just another brick in the wall. He's just one vote. In other municipalities, we have a mayor led, a mayor driven form of government. By him saying that he's going to do something now, well, you had your opportunity. And again, the message to the citizens of Brownsville should be this. Are you satisfied with the representation that you've had? Is it okay for individuals to take from us, to steal from us, and then to say, oh, I'm going to give you back peanuts, I'm going to give you back pennies on the dollar? I think now, Erasmo, and I feel it, I think time's changing. And I don't think that the Cowan name is as strong as it once was. And I hate to compare things or compare races or compare individuals, much less, but we saw how Philip Cowan fared in the previous BISD race. Could this be a sign that the city of Brownsville is tired of these dynasties, is tired of these individuals who have used their position to enrich themselves? And we just focus tonight on the PUB issue because this is something that John Cowan posted. But we can talk about GBIC, Erasmo. We could talk about the housing authority. We could talk about the lands and all the other things that we know about. There's so many things that Mr. Cowan has been a part of with his friends, with Sampaio, with other individuals, that he has made bank off of the backs of the taxpayers. It is only up to us as citizens to say, you know what? We're tired of these individuals using the position to enrich themselves. And I hate to compare people. I hate to compare races, but I feel as if the citizens of Brownsville are tired of dynasties. And I truly feel that they're tired of the Cowan name.
Well, let me tell you, I'm glad you mentioned that. Look, I love Philip Cowan. Philip Cowan is a great friend of mine. And look,
John is a friend.
I think individuals in the city of Brownsville
Gave a resounding
statement during Philip's run for BISD. No more, no más. And the difference between Philip and John Cowan is that, I have a lot of respect for Philip. Philip is actually a good guy and has done good things for
BISD while he was there.
People are tired. They want something different. They've
decided to go a different path in regards to individuals that have opted to hook on to a name
instead of a platform. And this response by John today was very telling in that
he has no plan.
He's being reactive instead of proactive. Look, Frankie, we need to be done and over with candidates that are reactive, because he's on the defensive now. And I thought, my God, I hit a nerve.
Because just this morning, Frankie,
and yesterday, we were talking about this. So he decides to put up this post. I don't exactly know when he put up this post. Put up this post in response to the nada. It is a defensive move. It is a rookie mistake. Because if he had actually done nothing wrong, he wouldn't have to respond. But the truth of the matter is, they know they screwed the people of Brownsville over. They know that they knew about it, and they know that they took absolutely no action in regards to it. And that's a shame. Because Frankie, we don't need individuals at City Commission to be sitting in those little seats in order to get all those little perks coming from all those special interests. We need individuals on that City Commission, like a Susan Rubalcaba, that's going to overturn the damn tables and going to call them out for everything that they've done to us, everything that they've done in order to continue to keep our people poor and to make themselves all the more rich. Because let me tell you guys, Peter puts up a great question. Why else do you think that John Cowan and Jessica Tetroe are spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on this race? Guys, it pays nothing. It takes nothing. Why would John Cowan and Jessica Tetroe spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on a position that pays them nothing? And the answer is, they're going to get their Tenasca money. They're going to get their Eddie Trevino money. They're going to get their insurance money. They're going to get their money one way or other. And every time they get their money, the people of Brownsville lose and suffer. And the weakest amongst us are unable to pay their utility bills.
I think, and it's weird because every post that PUB posts at Osmo, and even his comments, people were saying, we want our money. What are you talking about? How are you going to lower down our rates? People are starting to realize and say, hey, these guys aren't gonna do what's best for us. They're not going to ruffle those feathers, aren't going to shake those people and say, hey, give me back my money. According to his post at Osmo, he's already saying it's only $30 that we're going to return. Why doesn't he ante up and say, you know what? We're going to give you every last cent.
Every dime.
I think at Osmo, I think he would get a lot more respect if he would say that. If he would say, you know what? I'm going to do everything in my power to right this wrong, to make sure that the citizens are made whole again. But what do we say? Oh, you only get $30 million. Oh, and by the way, it's only going to be a credit. So by the time we divide $30 million by hundreds of thousands of ratepayers, you're going to get $40, if anything, which is crazy.
Look, guys.
Cowan was one of the commissioners that voted to keep center signs on. Look, guys.
Very simple. From now on,
our motto, folks. Our motto. I'm going to post it. I'm going to post it with asterisks because I don't want to get blocked from Facebook. Our motto is,
bitch better have my money. Bitch better have my money. Bitch better have my money.
They took $179 million from us, Frankie. What is our response?
Bitch better have my money.
Not 29 million, not a credit, not pennies on the dollar. Our response?
Bitch better have my money.
I want $179 million back. Because any viable candidate, Frankie, for city commission or for mayor of the city of Brownsville, and I challenge Susan Rubalcaba, Kathy Presas, and Nerth Golonsky, I challenge them to come out and say,
bitch better have my money. We want $179 million back.
Not 29, not pennies on the dollar. Give us back $179 million now, because that's what you took from us. You lied, you cheated, you steal,
You dangled that proverbial carrot.
You grease the damn wheels. You better give us back our damn money.
The choice is ours. Election day is May the 6th. I hope the residents are tired of individuals using the position to enrich themselves. We need answers. We demand answers. And the only way we can make everyone whole again is to elect an individual such as Erasmo Castro that is going to ask those tough questions, that is going to go in there on the PUB board as a mayor and demand answers and demand accountability more than anything, Erasmo, because at the end of the day, who as of right now is being put on the hook? Who's taking the fall for this? No one.
No one.
Bruzhniak got was retired. The board, nobody's gonna touch because at the end of the day, they don't want to ruffle the feathers. So, oh, I'm sorry, we took this money. We knew at one point that this Tenasca deal wasn't going to come into fruition, and we still took money from the citizens of Brownsville, and no one's being held accountable. Erasmo Castro will come into City Hall and will go into the PUB board meetings and demand accountability. And he's going to say, open up the books and B better have my money.
Frankie.
Look, Frankie. John Cowan goes out there and says, we're going to investigate and hold accountable anyone that did anything wrong.
What have you done so far? Frankie, honestly, Frankie, and everything else aside, Frankie, what if it had been you, Frankie? Honestly, what would have happened, Frankie?
I would have been paraded around town.
Frankie, if it had been you, Frank, and everyone, all the 55 people that are on tonight, or the 60 people, please, what if it had been you
that lied,
cheated, and stole from the people of Brownsville?
You would be on the front page of the Herald.
You would be tarred and feathered.
You would be screwed.
Guys, screwed. If it was Frankie or me, guys.
We'd be arrested tomorrow, Frankie. Am I lying, Frankie? Am I exaggerating?
No.
Think of this, folks. We would have been arrested the right next
day.
As of this moment, not one single indictment. No one. So John goes out there and says,
we're going to investigate. We're going to hold him accountable.
How can he be believed? How can he be trusted, Frankie? They have done nothing so far. Well, we know for a fact that any one of us would have gotten royally screwed. So again, folks,
bitch better have my money.
I'm going to stand, Frankie, on Ruben Torres, on Alton Glore, Boca Chica, with signs, Frankie, reminding people to come out and vote, and with a big old billboard out there saying, bitch better have my money, because they have to return every single dime. Because John Cowan,
you failed us.
Every single one of us, you may be Ivy League educated. It doesn't mean a damn thing. For my grandfather, my tío and my tía, special needs children here, and the poorest amongst us. Your degree means nothing, bro, to the people that you hurt in a position where you were supposed to help.
Do we know, Erasmo, the latest regarding the disconnection?
No.
Because it's still too soon. One of the things that they have opted to say is that they're going to work with the people of Brownsville by pushing it forward. It's not enough.
Frankie, when I went to the city commission, I clearly stated, folks,
you need to start thinking of resources.
to the people of Brownsville that you have hurt. We have no resources. What they plan to do is extend your payments, Frankie, so as you can pay something now, but you're still responsible for your bill. That's part of the decay of the moratorium, Frankie. A lot of individuals out there, they might not have paid in the past 3 months. They're going to have to pay now, or else their life's going to get turned off. And that's unfortunate because you,
Citizens of Brownsville, you may owe them
$1,200. They owe you $179 million. Please think of that.
you owe them $1,500
In PUB rates,
bill.
$1,500. They owe you $179 million. And with John Cowan or Jessica Tetreault as mayor of the city of Brownsville, you're not going to see a penny of that back. The difference is
With Erasmo Castro as mayor of the city of Brownsville, I guarantee you, you're going to get every single dime back.
if we're not the PUB was elected, what is he doing now about helping those people that are now stuck with all these overdue bills, late fees, result? It's 100% nothing. He is doing nothing. He can actually try now as a commissioner, but yet again, Frankie, mute, nothing.
Look, Frankie, this is what really pisses me off, Frankie.
I want him to say, Frankie, him and Jessica, I want them to say,
This is what I'm doing for you now.
as a city commissioner, to help you. Screw you, John, and screw you, Jessica, because the only thing that you're saying, if you elect me mayor, then I'm going to do for you. F you, screw you. Because if you're not doing it, and this is what Kayla was saying, if you're not doing it for me now, Frankie, why should I trust that you as mayor are going to do it for me then? Frankie, they have the resources, Frankie.
They're in power now.
They are empowered now. They have the resources.
And they are doing nothing. So what John is saying with his post, with his response to Erasmo Castro is, make me mayor, and then I will take action. F you, John Cowan. F you, Jessica Tetreault. And I hate being vulgar, Frankie. But you know what, Frankie? They screwed us over enough, Frankie. Haven't they screwed us over enough? Now they want 4 more years to screw us over more? No, bitch it up. Luis Sanchez, who's the need to be? Look, guys, very simple. Eddie Trevino screwed the people of Brownsville. Got your back. Audit report states that. Individuals
Still,
went out there and voted for that piece of crap. That's what concerns me. Besides the fact that John Cowan is kind of handsome.
Gee.
but guys, that concerns me. Guys,
How much do you need to get screwed over by these people in order to opt to go a different way, a different path, something different? And that's what we offer, Frankie. We offer a new day, a new way. Because I promise the people of Brownsville, you elect me mayor of the city of Brownsville, and you will get back 179 million of your dollars. I swear. not 29 million,
in credit.
179. Simple as that. It was your duty to be elected official to question the POV board of why Bridget was being held accountable. Investigated, reported to the district attorney's office. Nada. Y pelón. Yeah, you know, I've actually shied away from the interest because honestly, I think that we're at a point, Frankie, that
You just cannot figure that out. I find it an impossibility.
to figure out how much they really screwed us over. At this point, just want my money back. So, people of Brownsville,
You're going to see Erasmo Castro standing on the corners of the streets in the city of Brownsville
with a big old sign that says, bitch better have my money. So every time a PUB notice comes out, please, folks, bitch better have my money. We want our money back. No more failed promises. Not pennies on the dollar. Bitch better have my money. I'm going to stand at the corner. Frankie, what else has happened today?
It's been a long day. Very, very long day. But this is something that, you know, we wanted to discuss because it's very, very important that you have a mayoral candidate for the city of Brownsville making promises, hypothetical promises, and saying, elect me and I will do this. John Cowan, as a city commissioner, has the power to do something now, to take action now. What did he do? He had a chance to show in good faith to the citizens of Brownsville by taking action and reprimanding, by removing, replacing a board member who, I'll use Mr. Villarreal's word, was incompetent in not asking those questions and not having that oversight on John Bruzniak on this Sanaska deal. And what did he say? She did nothing wrong. I can't take action against her. Well, the citizens of Brownsville demand accountability, Mr. Cowan. Who is going to be held accountable for this? If you're not willing to do what is necessary as a commissioner, I do not want you to represent the city of Brownsville as a mayor, because all it will show and all it is showing is that you won't do what is necessary to right the wrong and make the citizens of Brownsville whole again. I want somebody that's going to hold these individuals accountable, ask those tough questions, but more importantly, to give back the money to the people.
100%. Look, guys, Frankie,
We're not asking, Frankie,
for impossibilities. You know? We're not asking for algo imposible. Just want our money back. Because it's what's fair. It's what's right. Just give us what is ours. Frankie, not asking you, you know, to make a miracle. Friends, out here tonight, we're not asking them to do something that is not in their possibility of doing. All we're asking for is,
bitch better have my money.
just give us back our money. That's all. Tanaska didn't happen. Failed project. It didn't work.
For whatever reason, I don't care. At this point, it doesn't matter.
Just give us back our money. And we'll be okay.
We would still be pissed.
Because you try to slip a fast one on us. But at least we got our money back. So again, folks, I will be going out there holding signs on the corners of the streets.
Bitch better have my money.
To the citizens of Brownsville, very quickly, give us an opportunity. Give us an opportunity to hold these people accountable. These people have demonstrated time in and time out that they're not going to do that for you. They're promising you peanuts on the dollar. We need Erasmo Castro as the next mayor for the city of Brownsville because he will ruffle feathers. He will make sure that you and your interests are at the forefront of every decision that is made. And one of the biggest issues that we're dealing with is PUB. Do we really want someone who has been in office for 12 years and increase your rates? Do we want a commissioner that is saying, hypothetically, elect me and then I'll do something? No, we want somebody there that's going to grab the bull by the horns and take action. That is something that these other candidates haven't done.
Yes. Folks, again, it's an opportunity to go a different way. They took from us. They stole from us. And now they're telling you that they have all the answers in regards to fixing this. Yet while they held all the cards, they did nothing for you, the people of Brownsville. And even now, they're only promising you, this is John's post, a credit on the amount of money that you put into the system. Look, guys, Erasmo Castro doesn't promise you a credit. Erasmo Castro is going to promise you $179 million back because they took from us. They took from my grandparents. They took from my tío, my tía, my abuelito, my abuelita, my primo, my prima. They need to give it back. Because let me tell you, folks, John Cowan and Jessica Tetreault and Trey Mendez, they're driving their Teslas. You know that, Frank? They're out there driving their fancy cars. Trey seems to think that he can park it anywhere he wants. On the curb if he needs to. They're driving their fancy cars. They got their Prada, their Gucci, their Louis Vuittons. And it's off your back. And worse, it's off the back of your grandparents, your parents, special needs children here. Because all that money that was given to Eddie Trevino and all those consultants and to all those special interests, Frankie, that put money in the pockets of politicians so that they could then in turn run for mayor of the city of Brownsville. That money should have gone to helping the people of Brownsville, to fixing our streets, to giving us a boys and girls club, to putting the resources back into our most vulnerable amongst us. And unfortunately, folks, it went into the pockets of contractors, consultants, and special interests. That is what John Cowan did. That is what Jessica Tetreault did for 4 years, for 12 years. That's what they will continue to do for the next 4 years, if you let them. Enough is enough. It's time for change. It's time for Erasmo Castro to be mayor of the city of Brownsville. And as loud as he is, and as obnoxious as he is, it's what this city needs. Erasmo Castro is not the mayor that the city of Brownsville deserves. Erasmo Castro is the mayor that the city needs right now. Because I will make them pay for everything that they've done to you, to me, and to our families. The only choice for mayor of the city of Brownsville is Erasmo Castro. You may not like him, but God bless us. You need him. And go kick some ass. When is the next debate? As of right now, we have a debate on the 13th of April and on the 21st of April. I will go out there and rekindle the dates. In prior elections, numbers were good, but in a way, we're limited to district boundary, not for this race. It encompasses all Brownsville. Guys, this is our opportunity. Again, guys, Susan Rubalcaba may be very shy about supporting Erasmo Castro. I am not shy about supporting Susan Rubalcaba. I think Susan Rubalcaba is the commissioner that we need for the city of Brownsville. Simple as that. And I know that a couple of people have mentioned to me, well, maybe Susan's not supporting you, Erasmo. I don't need individuals' support or backing for me to go out there and say, guys, Susan Rubalcaba is what we need on the city commission. We'll not shy away from it. Cathy Presas is what we need on the city commission. We need change. We need something different. We need individuals that are going to speak for the people of Brownsville, not speak for special interests. Simple as that. And I love all the other candidates. We just need something different right now.
Bedtime for me. Stay safe, sugar.
Frankie, anything other? You're on mute.
May 6th, Erasmo Castro for mayor.
Guys, have a great evening. April 24th to May the 2nd, early voting. Folks,
We don't only need you to go out there and vote. I need you to help me next week in block walking. I need you next week. We start next week, Frankie.
I need you next week to go out there and help me hold out signs and on these streets, guys. I need you to come and pick up my damn decals, guys. Together, we make them pay for everything they've done. Guys, no more pennies on the dollar. No more promises of a better tomorrow. We want a better today. And if these people can't give us a better today, then let's select someone that will promise, not only promise, but deliver. Have a great evening. See you.